Take a drink. Everybody ready? All right, so you have your ribbing complete. I'm gonna move this out of the way. Okay. So you have your ribbing complete and you're ready to move on to the next stitch. So this is actually the body stitch. This is what the body of your piece is going to look like. And it's a combination of stitches and it's really pretty. So as I mentioned, I was going to work on a small swatch. And what I've done here is I have worked across 20 single crochets. I'm going to make sure I have 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, perfect. So your setup row 1, it says chain 1, single crochet in each stitch to end. So that's essentially what I've done. Okay, so I've single crocheted in every stitch to end. Then it says chain 2, and that will count as a half double crochet. And we will skip the first single crochet and do the shallow front post half double crochet in each single crochet across. Half double crochet in the last and turn. So I'm gonna come over here. Give me just a second so I can open up. Open. I'm trying to open the chart so that it's on a different page for me, so I don't have to scroll back and forth. I could just toggle from one tab to the next. Okay. So here we are. Can everybody see? Nope, you can't see it all. All right. Any luck? Y'all can see me now? See my hands?
Yes.
Perfect. It's really interesting with Zoom, you guys. Whatever view is receiving the sound is what you guys see. So it's a little tricky to make sure everything is correct and y'all see the right things. So thank you for bearing with us here. Make sure you guys are good. And all right, there we are, we're good. All right, so I have my single crochets here. Let's go over here. We're gonna get started with the first one. So I've chained 2, I will turn. I will not work in this first one right here. I'm going to go with my front post half double crochet shallow, right? So I'm gonna go in, around, and out. You guys see that? Essentially, here's what you're doing. You're going in to that first stitch where you have the V's, then you're going around the post and out the V's on the other side. Yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, draw through 3. That's it. Yarn over your hook and then repeat. Now it's a little tricky here because I don't have a lot of fabric. You guys have a lot of fabric on the bottom, so you don't have to stress about things twisting around on you. But here's what we got so far. So I want you to do this all the way down the row. And what this is going to do is give you a really beautiful line of what look like V's on the opposite side. I love those. And they come in handy with the construction of the piece, to be honest. I think I do that. As I'm crocheting here, I'm not seeing your questions, but if you put a question in the chat, that's what Cheryl's here for. She will help answer your questions, or she'll jump in and ask me what you are asking me. So that's the beauty of the live demo, is that you guys can ask me the questions that you need to know right now versus me just having a pre-recorded demonstration.
Marley, Carlene asked, since we're concerned with height, if her 10 rows of ribbing ended up with 4 inches instead of 3, should she frog back to 3?
I wouldn't.
Okay.
I think I'd be more concerned at that point. I just want to make sure she has enough yarn, because
Okay.
she's obviously using more yarn than what's intended. So, I mean, she can work her piece overall to be the correct height. Hers might just be a larger scale, but I do want to make sure she has enough yarn. So she might need more yarn than what is listed in the pattern, just to make sure. I think I end with a half double. I'm going to count to make sure. I always end up with the wrong stitch count, so I always have to be careful. So I have 1, 21. See, I always end up with 21. It's because I put it in that last one and I shouldn't. See, I gotta be careful. All right, now I have 20. I have 20 stitches. Doesn't look like much, that's what we got. All right, so we're gonna go on to row 2. So let me click over here. So row 2 is a right side row, right? So I'm gonna turn my work. I did not chain or anything yet, because this is where we introduce the stack double crochet. And that's my name for it. I don't know what somebody else calls it, but that's what I call this. Essentially, so you don't chain or anything. We're gonna leave the loop on our hook as is, go into that first stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, draw through 2. Now, between essentially that leg and that leg, I'm going to take my hook and just pierce between. Y'all see that? Yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, draw through 2. So that leaves me with a really beautiful stitch. I have really nice chains on the side, and I'm left with a V at the top, just like I normally would. All right, so that's a stack double crochet. It's really pretty. Now we're going to do the X stitch back. And if you don't know what that is, you can look at the special stitches or watch what I'm doing. And it says we're going to do that over the next 3 stitches, and we repeat that down to the last stitch where we do a double crochet. So you're going to yarn over your hook. You're going to skip 2 stitches. So skip 1, skip 2, go to the 3rd, and work a double crochet. Okay. Now we're going to do another double crochet, and we're going to work it all the way back over here to the first skipped stitch we do. First, though, we want to do a chain 1. Then we yarn over. We go behind that stitch, come over here to that first one, stick our hook in, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through 2. You're left with an X. We're going to do that again. Yarn over your hook, skip 2, go to the next, work your double, chain 1, yarn over, behind that double, don't go into the center, go into the first one that you skipped, and complete your double. All right, so I'm going to do that again. Skip 2, work a double into the 3rd one, chain 1. Did I chain 1 over there? I think I did. Chain 1, yarn over, come back to the first one, and complete your double. Trying to talk and do this all at the same time is really a little tricky. And then I'll come back.
So Marley, they should be working on each project, correct? The same.
Each side?
Each side, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
So they're not like the knitters. The knitters have a distinct left side and a distinct right side. The crocheters have two individual sides, but they are not like right or left. I have a knot in my yarn right there. I'm going to go ahead and just work over it because we're working a little swatch here. But if this was my project, I would cut that out. I just want to point that out. Because I'm working a swatch, I'm not going to take a second to do that. Okay, so go to the third. Oh, goodness. Knots happen. They stink. But it is what it is. Come back over here. My fingers don't want to work with me this morning. Okay, and you will end with a half double crochet. And I don't want you to put it like in that space. Actually work the half double crochet into the chain if you can do that. I think it looks better. Just thought I'd tell you that. So you end with that half double. So your row looks a little something like that.
Oh, that's pretty.
I like it.
Yeah. So the pattern, is it to work rows 1 through 9, then rows 2 through 9, and then 2 through 8, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm just going to make sure. Hold on. Let me go back and look.
Somebody had a question.
So I'm looking at it. Yep. You wrote 2 through 9. So you work 1 through 9, then 2 through 9, then 2 through 8.
Okay.
Yep. No matter what size you're making, that's what you do. All right. So we're going on to row 3. I chain 1 and turn, or turn and chain 1. It doesn't matter. And essentially, I want to put a single crochet into the first single crochet, and then the first double, and then the second double. Actually, how did she write it out? I want to make sure I'm saying it correctly. All right. I'm going to change this up. Not change the pattern, change what I was saying. I have a single in the first. I'm going to put 2 singles in the chain 1. And then a single in the space between the 2 doubles. Can you guys see that?
Mm-hmm.
And then I do that again. So I'm going to go between my 2 doubles there, which is the single, or the chain 1, I should say. At the end of this row, we want to get back to the same stitch count. That's our big concern here. It's on these rows, I feel like we get to zoom because it goes so fast, right?
Oh, I know.
It says we do this in the last chain 1 space, 2 single crochets in the last chain 1, and single crochet in the last stitch, which is the stacked. So a single. So you're back to your stitch count. Okay. It's actually 1 less than the stitch count, but you're going to be fine.
And Heather's asking, this goes on top of the ribbing sections, yes. Correct? Yep. Mm-hmm. And there's 2 sections, correct, Heather?
Yep. So you're gonna have 2 of the same thing. All right. So we're on row 4. I chain 1, I single crochet in the first single crochet, skip 2 stitches. I'm going to double crochet, chain 1 3 times, double crochet in the next stitch. So I singled, I skipped 2, and then in this stitch, I'm going to do a double and a chain 1 3 times. So that was once, That was twice. That was 3. And then I finished with a double. So I did that all into that stitch. So that's the shell. Now I will skip 2 stitches and single crochet in the next stitch. And I keep doing this all the way to the end. Let me get my yarn fixed here. So I skip 2, do a double, chain 1, a double, chain 1, a double, chain 1, and I end with a double. Skip 2, single crochet in the next, and then I repeat. Skip 2, work my shell, skip 2, you end with a single. Isn't that pretty? So pretty. I'm gonna drink some coffee real quick.
What's the sample you're using? Is it Cheat Sheet?
Yep, that's Chic Sheet. I've also used, so this isn't what you guys are making. This was the first one I told you about, but this is with soft. So you kind of get I mean, it's a slightly different stitch, but you can see what it looks like. Yeah, this one I'm just using Chic Sheet. I brought out this wondering.
It looks so pretty.
Isn't it gorgeous? I love unforgettable colors. I don't know if it would look good or not. So I was like, I'm going to give it a try and then maybe make this into like a scarf or something using this. I don't know. I'm going to try it.
Yeah.
I'm going to play with it. Okay. So we are at the end of row 4. So we have to do row 5. So we turn, we're going to do our stack double. So I go into that first stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, draw through 2, like pierce the stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, draw through 2. It's so pretty. Okay, so now we chain 2, and I essentially go to the center of the shell to where that chain 1 is, and I'll do a single. And then I chain 2. I'll go where the single crochet is, and I work a double. Chain 2, single, chain 2, double, chain 2, single, chain 2, and I end with a double. Can I see that? All right, so we're on to rounds or row 6. Sorry, too many rounds and rows sometimes. So row 6, we chain 1 and turn, or turn and chain 1. Single crochet in the first double, and then 3 single crochets in each of the chain 2 spaces across. So we have chain 2s here. So I'm going to do 3 singles. So 1, 2, 3. And I'm just going to do that all the way across. Chic Sheet happens to be what I always have on my desk. That's why I'm always using it. Plus, I love it. I mean, if you guys have a yarn named after you, I'm pretty sure you'd use it too.
I love it.
I love it too. I mean, it's not just oh, my name's on it, I'm going to use it. Like, it's my favorite. And you end with a single crochet at the end. into your stacked double. And you'll notice on this row, you're back to your original stitch number. So you're back to either 74 or 86, right? So row 7, we have a stacked double crochet to start. Isn't that pretty so far, y'all? I mean, that's pretty. That's so pretty. So I'm going to turn, work my stacked double, which I'm assuming you know how to do at this point. I've done it a couple times. And hopefully you're falling in love with it as much as I did love it. So this time we're going to do an X stitch back over 3 stitches. Okay, so last time we did an X stitch back. So we're going to do that again. So we've done this. I'm going to come back over here just so I can see. So I skip 2, go to the 3rd, do my double, chain 1, come back behind this and come all the way over here, work my double. All right, I'm gonna do this all the way down. I think you know how to do this. If they need me to slow down, tell me. You crocheters, you're gonna be done in no time.
Yeah,
That's what happened in the tester group, right? The knitters got their project first, and then it was like, I was like a day, maybe 2 days later for the crocheters. And all of a sudden the crocheters were like, boom, there it is. The knitters like, oh man. So
they're like, well, wait a minute. We'll get there eventually.
Yeah. Oh, well. Oh, well. It's so pretty. You guys are going to love it. You guys are going to love it. This is so pretty. And honestly, the one that I had to put aside and like, I'm just going to have to put out as a pattern afterwards is really pretty too. You guys are going to love it. So if you love this one, you're definitely going to love the other one. Am I right, Cheryl?
Yes, ma'am. If I could just work on both at the same time, I'd be happy.
I know, right? I think I forgot to do a chain right there. I'm not going to go back. I'll just stick my single crochets there when I need to, because I can. Nobody will ever know it's missing a chain. And with a double. Okay,
so
that's
pretty.
row 7. Isn't that pretty? It's such a pretty stitch. And now we go to row 8, which is very similar to row 3. So you chain 1, turn, single crochet in the first, and then 2 single crochet in the chain 1 space, and then single crochet between the 2 X's, and then just continue on. This is where I didn't do a chain, I don't think.
What is the crochet hook you're using?
It is by Touche Crochet. I think I put the link in our chat, Cheryl, but honestly, I don't think you'll be able to find it because it was like so long ago. So I'll have to find it. If you guys want me to give it to you here at the end, because I have an affiliate link I can give you.
And you did you do a video for the crochet for day 2 or?
I didn't. You know what? I figured it was just ribbing that people could do it. I did link 2 instructional videos to show how to do the shallow post stitches, but I just showed you that right here. But it's
because Brenda's asking a question on it, so I haven't worked it completely yet. So
okay, if you want to ask me what it is, maybe I can.
It says on row 5 of the clue 2, it says to skip first stitch and BPD around next stitch. It loses me. Back
post double crochet.
Okay. Yep.
So I'll pull this over, even though this isn't the one. This is essentially what you're doing. You're getting this nice, beautiful ribbing happening. Okay, so your first stitch is going to be your chains, and then you're going to do the back post, front post, back post, front post. So you're going to get a really beautiful ribbing.
Oh, so it's the back post you work
Mhm.
around for that one for her.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, if you're looking at a back post, you'll back post. If you're looking at a front post, you'll front post.
Okay.
It's pretty.
I hope that
simple.
helps, Brenda.
I hope that helps too. All right, so row 9. Here we go, row 9. We're going to chain 2. And we're going to shallow front post half double crochet in the first single crochet and then go across. So essentially, if you guys haven't put this together, these shallow half double crochet post stitches, they give this really nice line there. And so it sort of like separates the sections as you go. And it looks really good if I say so myself. I guess it helps if I start off with my half double. And away we go. So because row 9 is the, oh, sorry, my nose itches. Since row 9 is the shallow front post half double crochet, that's why when you go to do the repeat, you go back to row 2. Because if you went back to row 1, you'd be doing this exact same row. You don't want to do that. Does that make sense for everybody? Now, when we're all talking about sizing and gauge and stuff, I do want you to know gauge is not super duper important on this piece as far as it'll fit you even if you don't get gauge. I mean, unless you get really, it's really small, I guess. But my bigger concern is making sure you have enough yarn if you're not getting gauge. Am I wrong there, Cheryl, in saying that? I think that's a pretty good statement.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah. So if you have enough yarn, I mean, who cares? Just go.
Acrylic yarns work with this too, this pattern,
Oh,
right?
yeah. Oh,
Yes.
yeah. 1, 2,
Because
3,
if you're
4,
allergic to
5,
wool,
6,
there's
7,
other.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Let me look at the front side.
Oh, that's so pretty.
Isn't that nice? So you would repeat all this again and then up to row 8 one more time. Because your row 9 on the next set of instructions, you'll be working across row 9 on